So, my dear young friends, welcome back to the weekly Bible sharing today. And today, Monday, and the Gospel of the Monday today is quite interesting when it mentions about the two female figures. And come from these two female figures, that Gospel message bring to us the very important lections as well to live our life. So with that, my dear friends, now let us go together to read and listen to the Gospel today. The Gospel according to Matthew. While Jesus was saying the things to them, an official came forward, kneeled down before Jesus and said, "My daughter has just died, but come, lay your hand upon her, and she will live." Jesus rose and followed him, and so did his disciples. A woman suffering hemorrhages for 12 years came up behind Jesus and touched the tassel on Jesus' cloak. And she said to herself, "If only I can touch his cloak, I shall be healed." Jesus turned around and saw her and said, "Courage, daughter, your faith has saved you." And from that hour, the woman was healed. When Jesus arrived at the official's house and saw the flute players and the crowd who were making a commotion, and Jesus said, "Go away, the girl is not dead, but sleeping." And they ridiculed Jesus. And when the crowd was put out, he came and took her by the hand, and the little girl arose. And news of this spread throughout all that land. My dear friends, the Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. So, my friends, like I mentioned at the beginning of the section today, the Gospel today focuses on two key figures in the Gospel. And the very interesting detail is these two female figures has no name. And they say the, and the. The woman, the little girl. So what do we learn from the Gospel today? My dear friends, the key Gospel message for today, that is, these two key figures, female figures, was healed from the disease and even from the death by one conditions, by one thing, that is their faith in the Lord. For the woman who has suffered hemorrhages for 12 years, the faith in her showing by action is want to touch the tassel of Jesus' cloak. That was it. And she was healed by that. For the little girl, the faith from her father, the synagogue official or the synagogue leader, can have that and have her to be healed, to be raised up from the dead. So, my dear friends, if we have faith in the Lord, many things can happen in our life. Miracle, healings, and all sorts of that can happen. Without faith, it's very hard to think can happen. So the faith is always one of the condition, important things or requirement to let things happen. If we have faith that is the beginning of things in life. So, my dear friends, faith in the Lord, that is the key message for us today. And hopefully that key message is good enough and it's important enough for each of us to apply it into our life. Faith in the Lord. So, thank you so much, my friends, to join us for the beginning of the week section today, and hopefully what the gospel today said to each of us can bring you some things to reflect on. Thank you for your time, for your listenings, and see you again next Monday. Bye-bye.